In the energy quadrant, taking a look at the April crude oil futures contract, it was a mild sell-off today, kind of medium to low volume, but it's really kind of adding to a very soft start for this week. Remember, it's only Monday and Tuesday price action so far, and we've already have the week down 2.8%, which would be the biggest down week on a percentage basis since October 26th of last year. Also would only be the fourth down week since the lows were made in April, since this little bull market in crude oil has begun. We settled below 60 today, down about 1.6%. That's the lowest settlement since February 21st. But also on the low side of things, we were down 2%, 59.45. And that was on the upside, 61.21. Got above 61, but it was only up 9 basis points. We fell from there. Now, there are some pretty big supply unknowns. Oil price has moved up big in recent weeks, but there are some potential headwinds. Oil has been pricing in the impacts of economic stimulus, more positive vaccine news, really perfection on the economic front, at least in the short term. And then the Texas freeze happened to kind of add to that. But there's the refinery maintenance season is upon us now, and a lot of those refineries aren't even fully open yet from the Texas freeze. They say that they're almost fully open. You'll get a peek at that in the refinery utilization numbers tomorrow. Also, Chinese demand slowed a little bit, in part because of the Chinese New Year. So we have to see if that demand rebounds. And then, of course, there's OPEC. We have an OPEC Plus meeting this week, and there is some stress, there is some tension between countries, not only between Saudi Arabia and Russia. Russia clearly wants to increase production and take those curbs away, but also political stress between the U.S. and Russia with new sanctions being announced today, and between Saudi Arabia and the U.S. with some of those things about the Saudi journalist and his death coming up again. So there's a lot to watch in crude oil. Really the most important short-term thing, the EIA figures tomorrow with the refinery utilization portion of it to see if we can get a gauge of how many are back open. And then, of course, the OPEC meeting coming up.